morning, Girl Scout brownies and mermaids. I am so excited to have you joining me today for today's Brownie Magic Kickoff. Today, I'm walking you through two crafts, some camp songs, and learn the Green Starlettes dance routine. We also have a special guest later from the Houston Zoo to talk about water conservation so you know how to save the mermaids. And shout out to some first-time brownies. I am so excited that you are here with me today. But first, let's start off with our Girl Scout promise and law.
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Awesome. I encourage everyone to participate in the chat log today. Please leave your comments, and if you have questions, I may be able to answer them. If you're watching this through Facebook, take a bunch of pictures and post them in the comments. I would love to see your crafts and your dance moves, or you enjoying some camp songs. Also, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a thing. First, we're going to start off to doing some crafts. For this, you're going to need your craft bag. And your craft bag has some sea beads in there and your wooden spoon and other good stuff. And then you would also need some glue and some scissors. So let's go ahead and get started with the wooden mermaid craft. First, you're going to take out your wooden spoon. And then you should have 3 different color yarns. One should resemble a hair color. One color should resemble a brightly colored, and it should be it might be purple, or it might be pink, it might be yellow. Then you should have a very long piece that is green or blue, and that should be used for the tail. And then you should also have a felt mermaid tail. I'm going to keep my googly eyes in the bag for right now so I don't lose them. So first, you're going to take your wooden spoon and you're going to wrap the top several times and giving her mermaid top. And then I'm going to tie it. Double knot it this time. You might have to ask for an adult to help you tie it, but there it is. It's her mermaid top. Now, I'm going to take this long green, mine's green, but yours might be blue. And I'm going to do the same thing. Oops. I'm going to move my knot around to the back because this part of the spoon, the one that bends out, this is going to be the face. So I want my knots to be in the back. And I also will come back and cut these extras off later. But then I'm going to take the green and I'm going to wrap it around like the same thing that I did for the top. But since the string's a little longer, so what I'm doing is I'll get it and then I push it down. I'll keep going up a little bit, wrapping it several times, and like that, and then and I push it down like that. I'm going to keep doing this until I get to the top. And then I'm also going to work, there's some gaps that I missed that I wasn't able to push it down. So I'm also going to work it right back down. And then I also want to make sure that I'm get to be able to tie it at the bottom. And then after you tie it to the bottom, this is when you're going to need some glue. And actually, I'm going to cut, see how I have extras, right? Extras over here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. Careful that you don't cut your knot off. You don't want to do that. So what are you guys doing? Or is it, let me see your pictures of, comment below and see if you, I want to see your mermaid, especially when it's finished. All right. So this is what it looks like for so far. I'm going to get some glue now. Oh, I love mermaids too. Hi, Bonnie from Troop 23207. Oh, first time. Awesome. Welcome. A first time brownie. That is so exciting. Well, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Brownie Magic. All right. So now I got a little glue here. And I'm going to take my blue felt tail. And I'm just going to paint some on. You might have craft glue that you can do it on this. Since I have a lot of glue, this is why I'm doing it this way. You might even use tacky craft glue. It probably would work better, but I know this craft glue would work just as well. So use what you have. So I put it, that's where I put the glue, and then I'm going to stick it on here. Now we got to do the face and hair. We got to give her some hair, and we got to give her some eyes and a mouth. So I'm going to show you on my little workstation. Hopefully, great. So now, hopefully y'all can see that. So now I'm going to take the hair that we had. Some you should have a couple of pieces. And then we're going to put the glue on the outside edges of the spoon. And then we're going to take the hair and we're going to place it exactly where we placed the glue and give her some mermaid hair. I've heard mermaid hair be called murlocs. Have y'all ever heard of a mermaid hair get called something else? Murlocs. Tell me what's your favorite thing in the comments below about mermaids. I would love to know why you love them so much. One of my favorite things about mermaids. Now we're going to go ahead and put the eyes. I just got the googly eyes out of my bag. I kept them in there so I wouldn't lose them. but I just got them out, and now I'm going to go ahead and put them onto my wooden spoon. So my favorite things about mermaids is I love swimming, and I think it's so cool that they swim. And I love their long, beautiful hair. All right. So I have her eyes on. I'm going to be careful and not, I'm going to be really careful and not try to move my mermaid around because of this glue is wet. If I pick it up right now, it's going to be, my eyes might fall down. So I'm just going to go ahead and just keep her laying flat until the glue dries. And then I'm going to also give her a brownie smile. All right. So I'm going to carefully show y'all. Oh, see, my glues are not dry yet. I'm going to reglue this, and then I'm going to keep it laying flat to dry. And I will come back and show you my mermaid after it dries. All right, that was it for the Brownie Magic Spoon, mermaid spoon. I hope you enjoyed it, making it. Just make sure that you let it dry. Then we are going to go ahead and do our second craft now. And that what you will need for that is your pony beads and your sea beads and some lacing that I realized I don't have. So that is cool. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm improvising. I'm going to go ahead. I had some extra brownie yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a bracelet on this. But you should have a clear plastic lacing in your bag. Something happened to mine. This is why we should always keep our supplies in our bag until we're ready for it. And then we'll go ahead and start feeding the beads and the sea beads and pony beads. I do want to give you a little trick, brownies, is to tape one end down to a table or a hard surface. So when you're feeding the beads onto the bracelet, that your beads don't go flying everywhere. So I'm going to take my tape, and I'm going to go ahead, cut it, and then go back to my workstation and show you what you guys are doing, what I'm doing over here. I'm going to go ahead and pretend it's my clear plastic, my clear lacing, but improvising, using my resources wisely, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and put my beads on. So I know in the picture there, they scattered it out all 3 ways evenly, but I want to get creative with mine, and I want to put all of my sea beads in the middle. So this is your bracelet. Get creative with it. Do it however you want. And then also show me, drop a pictures below. I want to see what sea beads did you have? Because I have a dolphin. I have 2 dolphins, and I also have a whale. But I'm sure that y'all got different animals, sea animals. So I want to see which ones you got. I'm going to go ahead and feed all these beads through. You will not believe it. I found it. Silly me. Go ahead and put my clear lacing So what color beads do you have? Are you going to try to do a pattern with yours? Are you going to mix them all up? Are you going to scatter your, like the picture and scatter all your sea animals throughout? Or you going to be like me and put them all in the middle? So this clear, I think what happened to the clear lacing for me anyway, it was so clear it got into my carpet, I wasn't able to see it. And I panicked. All right, I think that's about the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and feed my, well, I want to do a dolphin, whale, then dolphin. And then this dolphin is I have a dolphin, seal, and turtle. Wow, a turtle. How cool. That's really cool. So this dolphin is looking this way. So I'm going to make this dolphin look the other way from this seal. That's really cool. I wish I got a turtle. And then I'm going to go ahead and feed some more beads on. So what are you most excited for about today? Are you excited to talk to a zookeeper from the Houston Zoo? Or are you excited about doing a dance routine with the Green Starlettes? Are you excited about singing 3 new camp songs? I'm really excited to talk to the zookeeper. I really, I want to know what they're doing and what they're doing to save the mermaids, keeping our waters clean. Also, I can't wait to get up and get moving. I'm excited about the zookeeper. I love animals. Oh, Julia, that's also my name too, and I love animals as well. We're doing some twinning today. All right. So now my beads are all on. I'm going to take this off the tape, and you might need to get an adult to help you, but very carefully without scattering all your beads. You're going to tie the lacing together. I'm going to tie it a couple of times. I would also a couple of times because this lacing sometimes unravels. So I'm going to tie it probably 4, 5, maybe even 6 for extra safety. Also, my knot tires, if you have a suggestion of what kind of knot that helps best you. I'm just doing a basic knot. Maybe I should go talk to our mariners team. Maybe they can tell me how to tie a better knot for this. I am so excited to make stuff too. All right, I think I tied it enough. And now I have a mermaid a sea bracelet. How cool is that? Oh, there it is. I see how I made the dolphins, here, I'll turn them this way. I made them face different ways from the seal or the whale. That's a big blue whale. So if you are done making your bracelet, post a picture. I would love to see what you created. Did you create it like mine, or maybe the picture, or did you create a pattern or anything like that? If you're not done doing your crafts, do not worry. You can either come back to it, or, somebody loves their bracelet. Thanks, Lindsay. If you're still working on it, go ahead and continue. We are going to go ahead and move on, though. And now let's start talking about water conservation and how and what we can do to do our parts, to save the mermaids. Mark Yoon is a zookeeper at the Houston Zoo. He will give us some insight on what the zoo is doing for water conservation and tips that you can do as well. If you have any questions for the zoo, for Mark throughout the presentation, feel free to ask him in the comments. We will have a question time, and so we can go ahead and answer them. For right now, let's go ahead and welcome Mark Yoon.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm really good. I'm really happy to be here so I can talk to you guys about all the things that I wanted to.
I'm so excited you're here and just drop some knowledge on me about the water conservation.
Yeah, definitely. Just to talk a little bit about myself first, as Julia said before, I am a zookeeper here at this Houston Zoo. I'm also a marine biologist, so I thought it'd be a good idea for me to tell you a little bit about water and why it's important. But also, I hear that your theme is mermaids, so I can't really call myself a mermaid expert, but I wanted to start off with a couple of fun stories I know about them.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Let's get to it.
So the idea of mermaids has actually been around for a long time, hundreds of thousands of years all around the world. But earlier mermaids were actually kind of scary. Like in ancient Greece, they were originally called sirens, and they were half bird women who sat on rocks in the ocean and lured men off ships with their songs. But somewhere down the line, they turned into half fish women, and that sort of took over the popular image and stuck in people's minds.
Oh, wow. I do remember learning something about that when Greek mythology class in high school.
Yeah. So now you might be wondering why I have a picture of some old dude up on the screen. Well, mermaids weren't actually that popular until this guy wrote a little story about one that got turned into a popular animated movie. Can any of y'all guess what that is? You can write it in the comments if you know.
They wrote a little movie. Maybe it's Disney. Is it The Little Mermaid?
It's actually Frozen. Just kidding. It's The Little Mermaid.
You got me, Mark.
So since then, the image of mermaids turned from sort of a scary monster into a friendly red-headed fish princess with a Caribbean crab friend.
Huh.
So nowadays people dress up as mermaids all the time, and you can even buy a mermaid tail online. And there are even people like the girl that you see on the screen. She's actually working at an aquarium and dressed up as a mermaid to give a little show to the children.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah. So have any of y'all seen an actual mermaid? I haven't personally, but there are some people who said that they did. So actually, when European explorers first came to the Americas hundreds of years ago, they wrote in their journals that they saw 3 mermaids and described them as not half as beautiful as they are painted, which honestly sounds kind of rude. Unfortunately, it wasn't actually a mermaid that they were talking about, but they weren't just hallucinating because they were stuck on a boat for months. They were actually talking about a real animal. This animal. Does any of you know what it might be?
What animal would we mistaken for as a mermaid? Would it be a dolphin?
Very close, but not quite.
A whale?
Maybe it is.
Mara says a manatee.
Good job, Mara. You're actually right. It is a manatee. So manatees are actually found all around the world, but the biggest population is actually found here in the Americas. They usually stay around the Florida area, but during especially warm summers, they can reach all the way up to the Texas coast. Have any of y'all seen one in real life before? Not even just in the beach, but maybe if you went to an aquarium where they had them?
And manatees live on the Gulf Coast? I've never seen one. That's really cool.
Yeah, they can essentially live anywhere where the water's warm enough where they can survive, just because they don't do well with colder weather.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So manatees are actually pretty intelligent, even though their brains are on the small side compared to their bodies. Of course, they're not as smart as dolphins, and I'm sure you guys know how smart dolphins are, but they're a lot smarter than scientists originally thought they were, because their brains are actually only as small as a softball, even though they can grow up to 13 feet long and weigh as much as a small car.
Wow.
Yeah, but there is a big issue with, you can see how big they are. They aren't the fastest animals in the ocean, so a lot of manatees, especially in Florida where there's a lot of tourists, they get hurt by getting hit by boats, by people just boating around on the ocean or just taking us down there. And
Oh,
it got to be,
no.
yeah, it got to be a really big problem in the 70s when there were only a few hundred manatees left. And you might think a few hundred manatees is a whole lot of sea beef, but think about how many kids there are at your school. Maybe 1,000 or more, but at least a couple hundred, right? Now spread everyone out throughout Houston, now Texas, now the entire country. And that really isn't a whole lot of people for a whole lot of country, right?
No, that isn't. That is a pretty small manatees.
Right? So scientists and conservation groups tried to stop the manatees from disappearing completely, so they created something called protective zones. And that means in certain areas, boats have to slow down under a certain speed limit, and injuring or hurting manatees is illegal. And after years of hard work by those scientists, conservationists, lawmakers, and regular people like you who just cared a lot about manatees, as of February 2016, the scientists counted 6,250 manatees swimming in Florida Springs.
Whoa, Mark, you telling me that there was only a couple hundred of them and now we're in the thousands?
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love hearing success stories of conservation doing something great like that. That is so cool.
And now, while mermaids and manatees are cool, conservation brings up that the real thing I really wanted to talk to you girls about today is water. So all the water on our planet is connected in one big cycle, from the water we drink to the ice in glaciers, to the kind of nasty water in the bayous you drive past, to the clouds in the sky, and even water deep underground that you might not even have known was there. People need water to live, and there are a lot more people on the planet every year using more water, and the Earth only has so much of it that we can use. So just to show you a bit of how little we have, you see those three towers? Well, the one on the far right, the total global water, that's all the water that we have on our planet. And now you take the little light blue bit on the top. So in the middle column, that's how much fresh water we have. And you take the little sliver on the top of that, and then that's the far right column that shows all the water that we can actually see. And the water that we can actually use is even just a small bit of that. This might help you see a bit easier how small that is. So if you take that entire cube that you see, that little light purple and dark green and dark blue part, that's all the water that we can use to drink.
That's a small, teeny speck on that big old cube.
Right? And now you might be thinking, but what about all that greenish blue all over the cube? Isn't there still water somewhere on the planet? Well, it is water, but it's seawater that we have in the ocean. And if you're thinking why we can't drink the seawater instead, I'm sure you guys have been to the ocean at least once in your life, right? Have you ever swam in the ocean and gotten some of it in your mouth and spit it out right after? Yeah, exactly. Seawater is full of salt and a whole bunch of other stuff, so it doesn't really taste that good, and drinking too much of it can actually make you sick. So some of you might be thinking now, well, why can't we just take the salt out? That way we can drink it all. Well, there are actually places that are taking all the stuff out of the seawater that we don't want so we can actually drink it. So those places are called desalination plants, and they're like factories that make it so we can turn seawater into fresh water. And I'm not going to go into all the details on that picture because I'm not a terrible person, but this is just a picture of all the steps that a desalination plant goes through to make that happen. It's really complicated just looking at it, right?
Yeah,
it's also
just looking at it, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, and it's also super expensive because it takes millions of dollars just to build one of these factories, and even more to keep it running. So while we might need it in the future, right now it's just a bit too expensive for the world to rely just on this. So you might be thinking, why is it so complicated and expensive? And that's because water is super good at dissolving things, but it doesn't like to let go of what is in it already. And that makes it super hard to filter water and even harder to clean up when it gets dirty. So how does water get dirty? Well, besides, accidentally dropping stuff or washing your hands in it, can any of you guess what all this stuff on the water might be? I'll give you a hint. It's definitely not all seaweed.
So, I'm looking. I see a lot of white stuff. I don't know anything really white in nature. Is that so? It must be caused by humans. Is it trash?
That's right, it is trash, and a lot of it actually comes from our cities. So when people litter on the ground, especially on beaches, sometimes it gets carried away to the ocean and it gets collected in certain areas. One big area is a place called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and that's not just a cool band name. It's a huge pile of trash sitting in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, as big as 2 Texases. Can y'all imagine how much trash that is?
2 Texases? Texas is already huge.
Yeah, right? And the thing is, water pollution from things like plastic don't just look gross, they can also cause problems for the animals that are living in the ocean. And while we can always clean up the trash and pollution out of the water, y'all are going to have an activity coming up where you'll try to clean up some oil that's sitting on top of some water, and you'll see that's really not that easy to do.
That's right. And later in your Brownie Magic kit, you will be doing a water activity with water pollution and seeing if you can clean the water.
So, you might be feeling bad after talking about how the water is dirty and animals are disappearing, but I'm not just here to make you feel bad about all the problems going on in the world. What I really wanted to tell you about was how you can help save the environment. So a lot of you might be thinking, what can I do? I'm just a kid, But I have a couple of ideas for you that you can do by yourselves or would help from your families. So,
Oh no, I think we have internet issues. We'll see if Mark, give him just a couple seconds.
Julia told me that you girls have an event where you do a beach cleanup. Okay. Can you
there you go, Mark. Hey, Mark, I think you lagged just there for a second.
Okay.
So what's pick up from about beach cleanups?
Yeah, so Julia told me that you girls have an event where you do a beach cleanup every year. Well, you don't have to wait every year just to do that event, just to clean up the beach. There are a whole bunch of groups all around the Houston area who have beach cleanup events throughout the year. And even if you're just going to the beach with your friends or your family for fun, you can take a trash bag with you and pick up some as you go. Because every piece you pick up is another piece that the animals don't have to worry about.
That is also true, and maybe you don't even have to go to the beach. Maybe if you just see something in the parking lot that somebody else has littered, be careful that it's not gross and wash your hands afterwards. But trash that falls onto the ground can also after a big rainfall, ends up into our water systems and ends up making it into the ocean.
Yeah, that's a really great point. Just be careful because sometimes there might be some dirty or dangerous things lying on the ground, so always use your best judgment.
Exactly.
Yes, and if the beach is too far, don't worry, you can also do projects at home. So this is one of those projects. It's something called a rain barrel, and you don't have to get as fancy as the one in the picture. I'm sure all of you have one of these drain pipes for rain wherever you guys live, even if you don't really notice it. All you need is a bucket or a trash can to put under it, so it just collects all the water during rain, which you all know we get quite a bit of here. So I wouldn't recommend drinking water straight out of the barrel, but you can use it to water your yard or your garden, and if you don't have those, you can just get a plant from the store and water that instead, because who doesn't like houseplants?
I do have one of Mark. I do have one of these rain barrels. Oh, Mara has one too.
Great, you got it again.
This contraption looks a little complicated just because it has 2 overflow barrels. I don't have an overflow. I just have one. And I garden a lot, so I use that water to water my garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and honestly, it might not seem like a lot at first, but over the years and with how much rain we have, it'll save you a lot of water.
Yes,
and
I agree.
And if that sounds like too much work, here's something even easier for you to do. Just get one of these reusable plastic bottles. or just one of the aluminum ones. Because I'm sure you all drink water, but even if you prefer soda or juice, but every time you use a disposable plastic bottle, you're actually using a lot more water than you would think. So it takes 22 gallons of water to make 1 pound of plastic. And that means compared to the water inside of those regular plastic bottles, it takes twice as much water just to make that bottle. And there's
What?
a full,
What?
yeah,
It takes more water to make a plastic water than to fill it? Did I hear you
yeah.
right? That's crazy.
There's a whole lot of water that goes into other things that you might not have thought about, like clothes and food. A lot of the clothing that we wear is made from cotton, which grows on huge farms, and a lot of the food we eat is also grown on those farms. And if you eat meat like I do, the animals of course need water to drink, but their food is also grown on those same farms, and farms use a lot of water every day to get their products to us. So you might be thinking now, what can you do about that? I mean, you can't stop wearing clothes and eating food. Seriously, I really recommend that you keep wearing clothes and keep eating food. It's good for you. What I do recommend is that you cut down on what you consume. So y'all, I know a lot of you brownies are still growing, so you might need to buy new clothes like every year or whenever the old ones stop fitting. But if your old clothes still fit, keep wearing them as long as you can. And once you can't wear it anymore, instead of just tossing it out, maybe hand it over to a younger sibling if you have one, or just donate it. There are plenty of places like Goodwill and the Salvation Army who would love to take your old clothes, even if they aren't fashionable anymore.
There's also fashionable places too. I don't know if it sells kids' clothes, but there's Plato's or Uptown Cheapsteak that are still pretty fashionable, and you can still save a pretty penny too on clothes.
Yeah, used clothes stores are also a really good idea because it's another form of recycling. But
Yes,
as for
it is.
yeah, and as for the food, it might be hard for some of you, but one idea is that you can cut back on the meat you eat. And if that's too hard, you can try out different kinds of meat instead of just eating the same thing, because different amounts of water are actually used to raise the animals. So beef is one of the biggest uses of water, and even though we are in Texas, which is famous for beef, and personally, I do love a good steak every now and then, try eating more chicken or fish. They're also really tasty, but use a whole lot less water to get to your dinner plate. And another good way to help the planet is actually something you're doing right now by listening to me. Learning new things and educating yourselves is actually the best way to make a big change for the planet. And how, you ask? Well, when you understand the problems with our planet, but also how we can fix it, we can educate the people around us too, like our friends, our families, and even strangers on the street if you're brave enough to do that. The more people understand what's going on and care about it, the more people will work to help solve the problems going on right now. And this is just one last suggestion I have that you might actually enjoy doing. You can save animals by visiting the Houston Zoo. And this isn't just a plug for me to get y'all to come out here. I'll let you know how visiting the zoo helps in just a little bit. But first, this is actually our new logo. Our executives might get mad if I show you the old one, so just to let you know, that's the right one. So I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about a new exhibit. It's called the Pontinal. So we have a whole bunch of cool animals there, like a jaguar that you can get right up to if you get lucky and it comes that close. Of course, there is a very sturdy fence between y'all and the jaguar, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked. We also have giant river otters, which are probably bigger than your dog and honestly sound like a bunch of cats fighting, so I'm just warning you ahead of time. If y'all visit and you hear a similar sound when you're visiting the Pontinal, don't worry about it. It's just the otters having a friendly chat.
They look so cute.
Right? And they're honestly a lot bigger than you would expect. I was surprised.
Yeah, I can't believe that's an otter. When I think like of an otter, I think of a little. I can't believe how big they look.
Yeah. So the exhibit is actually based off a wetland area in South America called the Pontinal, and it's the largest tropical wetland in the world. And if you know the Amazon rainforest, the Pontinal is right next door. So you can see in the map that dark green in the top of the map, that's actually all the Amazon forest. And that neon green blotch in the middle, that area is the Pontinal. So it's a very similar ecosystem to Houston, which means that the nature around there is very similar to where we live. So There's a lot of trees and a whole lot of rain. So the plants and animals are actually used to having a lot of water around. But unfortunately, the area is in danger due to people not caring about the consequences. So they cut down the trees and pollute the water, or move it over to where it was meant to go so they can use it in nearby cities and farms. But the Houston Zoo is actually working to help conserve areas like the Poncinal all over the world. So we send out scientists and researchers to help save the local animals and educate the people living there. And now I promise to tell you how visiting the zoo helps save these animals. Well, part of every ticket sold goes towards funding the scientists and researchers to help keep doing their job, because even saving animals costs a lot of money. And just to let you guys know, tickets are all online, so make sure you buy them ahead of time at the link below at www.houstonzoo.org before you go, so you can save the hassle of trying to buy it on your phone when you get there.
I can't wait to go check out the Houston Zoo and see that new exhibit. That's really exciting, and I can't wait to learn even more about water.
Yeah, I really hope you guys do go there. Even if you just go there for fun, it's a really cool exhibit, and I honestly have never seen an exhibit that amazing. It's very immersive to get right close.
Jessica says the zoo is one of our favorite places to visit.
We're so glad to hear that, Jessica, and we hope you come visit again soon. So I know this was a lot of information, and some of it might have been a bit scary to hear, but this is what's going on with the world right now, and NASA hasn't built a Mars colony yet, so this is the only world that we have at the moment. So if y'all take away anything from what I told you, besides manatees aren't actually beautiful fish women, is that you guys should stay curious. It's always easier to just listen to what other people tell us, but you guys are still kids, so you're allowed to annoy adults by asking questions if there's something you don't understand, or if there's just something you're curious about. Sorry, parents.
So I do want to see if any of our viewers have any questions for you, and drop them in the comments below if you have any questions for Mark before he leaves. I have a question for you, Mark. What made you want to become a zookeeper?
So I actually wanted to become a zookeeper for a long time, but at first I really didn't think I would be able to, because, you know, everybody says that there's no money in zookeeping, like you won't get rich out of it. So I thought that, oh, it's like you can have it as a job. But once I got older, you found out that it actually does pay well. So I went to college. I got a degree in marine biology. So I'm a legitimate marine biologist. And then
cool.
afterwards I started volunteering at my local aquarium. And that's where I got a bit of experience. And the longer I worked, the more I sort of learned how the job actually goes, and I got to be a bit more of an adult in this field. So eventually I got to the point where people wanted to hire me as an actual zookeeper for aquariums, because that's where I'm specializing in. So I got hired by the Houston Zoo about a year ago, and right now I'm working in their aquarium department, taking care of their fish and their other aquatic animals.
Oh, nice. Julia said that she wants to be a zookeeper when she grows up. So that's great. That's awesome.
That's great to hear, because honestly, as long as you keep wanting it, the opportunities are always out there. There's a lot of zoos and aquariums still out there, and as long as you have the passion and you make sure to get the experience, they'd love to have you.
Do you know by chance what the otters eat?
Yeah, so it might be surprising to you, but otters are actually carnivores. So that means that they eat meat. So at our facility, we have very high standards for what we feed our animals, because we don't want to make them sick by feeding them, you know, some nasty food that was left out. So we make sure to feed them USDA grade seafood. So they get a whole lot of things. So sometimes they get shrimp, they get some kinds of fish, they might get squid or things like that. But we make sure to give them a balanced diet to make sure they're always healthy.
That's cool. I think that's it for questions. Is there anything else that you have for us, Mark, before we say our goodbyes?
Honestly, I think I talked about everything that I wanted to hit on.
Great.
I just wanted to make sure that as you grow up, make sure you keep staying curious and you keep learning, because the moment we stop growing is the moment we stop learning.
I love that. Well, Mark, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and coming to Brownie Magic to drop so much knowledge onto us. I learned so much, and I hope this gets you super excited to Girl Scouts and mermaids. I hope this inspires you and gets you really excited to complete your Brownie Wonders of Water sessions 1 and 2 with your troop. So make sure you go ahead and check out your curriculum packet and learn on how you can complete those sessions. And you're getting a lot of shout outs, Mark. Thank you, Mark. And I saw the last one saying somebody was having really fun listening to your presentation.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun telling you guys about this.
Well, thank you so much. Bye, Mark.
Bye.
Wow, that was really inspiring. And I don't know about you, but I learned a lot. The next thing, now that we learned so much about the water and how we can do to protect it, I'm kind of getting a little like I'm ready to dance. Next thing we're going to do is earn step 1 and 2 of Brownie Dancer. For step 1, we're going to have to first stretch. So I'm going to go ahead and lead you in some stretches. First, we're going to stretch the arms. So I'm going to put my right over my chest, and I'm going to take my other forearm and I'm going to pull it back. Ooh, that feels good. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to take my arm and I'm going to pull it behind my head, and I'm going to take my other hand and give it an extra push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to roll my wrist, and I'm going to do that 10 times, and then I'm going to switch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch my legs. So I'm going to go ahead and push this back. Go ahead and touch my toes, keeping my legs super straight, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to cross my right leg over my left leg, and I'm going to touch my toes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to cross my left leg, put it over my right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to roll my ankles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trying to change it up there. So now we're also going to stretch roll our necks. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now that we're all relaxed and stretched and ready, we are going to go ahead and learn the Green Starlettes dance routine. So go ahead and make some space in front of your room. I don't know where you guys are located in front of your computer, but you are going to need some extra wiggle room. Make sure nothing is touching you, that you're going to kick something. So now for step 2, we're going to follow the Green Starlettes dance routine. The Green Starlettes is GSSJC's dance team. It's much like a high school drill team, and girls meet to learn choreograph, elect officers, host dance camps for younger girls, and even perform in several public events throughout the year. I think some of them even actually go to the Macy's Day Parade. And they also are included in a self-hosted spring show. Tryouts are not required, and girls can join one of the 12 divisions around the council. Girl Scout juniors all the way to ambassadors can join. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can get the introduction and we're going to first show the full dance, meet our girls who are going to lead us through it, and see what dance we're going to learn. Let's check that out.
Hi, my name is Kennedy, and I'm a general for the North Division.
Hello, ladies. My name is Emily, and I'm a general for the Midtown Division.
Hi, ladies. My name is Faith, and I'm a general for the West Division.
And we are the Green Starlettes generals for the 2020-2021 season. In Green Starlettes, we have 11 divisions that are all across the Houston area, ranging from Lufkin all the way to Texas City, and from Beaumont ranging all the way to Katy. At these divisions, you will be practicing.
We have two squads. We have our junior squad, which consists of 4th and 5th graders, and then we have our senior squad, which consists of 6th through 12th graders. And we meet once a week at practices to practice our dances and parade routines for the season. We also go to camps twice a year to learn our season dances.
At our camps, like Emily said, we learn our yearly dances that we practice for all of our performances and our parades. Some performances that we use our dances at are Rice University and U of H. And we also perform in some parades like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo and the Missouri Parade of Lights. At the very end of the year, once we're done with all of our performances, we also create our own dances to show at our end of the year spring show recital. And that's where you get to show all of your family members what you've learned so far.
And now we're going to show you our dance for today.
Wow, Girl Scouts, I hope that left you inspired. That was really cool. I can't wait to learn this dance along with you. The next part, they are going to break it down by step of how to do every single dance move. Are you ready? Let's try it out.
All right, so you're gonna hold 5, 6, 7, 8 in this crouch position. So both knees should be bent right now. Then you're gonna come up into a sunshine, both arms swinging around. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, you're gonna take your left arm into a windmill. It's going all the way around, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're gonna end on your left hip.
From here, you're going to take your right arm and you're going to punch it to the left. Then you're going to go to the center, and then you're going to go out to the right. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to hold 5, 6, 7, 8.
After this, you're going to do what's called a right sachet. Your arms are going to turn into a T. You're going to step out with your right foot, kiss your left foot together, and step out again with your right foot. Then your arms are going to go left arm to the back, right arm to the front, and you're going to step back with your left foot, and you're going to step into a ball change, and that would be 3, 4. Then you're going to step back out with your left foot, with your arms into a T again, step left, kiss, step left again, and that would be 5, 6. You'll step out with your right foot again, with your right arm up. This will be 7, 8. From here, you're going to step forward onto your right leg, and your arms are going to come down. So this is going to go 1. Then you're going to hop onto your left leg, onto your right leg. This is going to be 2.
So as you can see, your left leg is touching your right knee, and then your arms are in an L. Okay, so doing that again, you're going to step on your right leg, 1, hop on 2. From here, you're going to step out with that left leg, and your arms are going to come down by your side, 3, 4. Then you're going to swing your arms to the left, 5. You're going to switch it to the right, 6, all the way around, 7, to your left hip on 8.
From here, you're going to do your right side sashay. So 1, 2, step 3, 4, again, 5, 6, ball change, 7, 8.
Like we did earlier, you're going to step back again with your right foot. That'll be on 1, and then you're going to pop up on 2 with your arms in an L. Then you're going to put your feet back down and hold 3, 4. Then you're going to put your arms into the check mark. Your right arm will be up first. This will be 5, switch 6. Then what we're going to do is we're going to step on our left foot with our arms down. Then we're going to do a half booty kick, where your right foot tries to touch your butt as much as it can, and your arms are going to go into a touchdown. And this will be 7, 8. And then that's how the dance ends.
Wow, that was really fun following along, trying to learn their dance moves. I might have to go back and review them, but let's go ahead and see if I can learn a little bit more while they add the counts. Let's check out, see if the counts will actually help me learn these dance moves.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Woo! That wasn't that bad. Let's see. Whew, that wasn't that too bad. Let's see if we can now add it to some music. Same dance moves, just same counts to music.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Woo! That's going to make me need to take a water break. I hope you enjoyed that, Girl Scouts. If you were struggling to follow along and still really want to learn the dance moves, I recommend coming back, reviewing this video and playing it back. Or you can also check out, I emailed your parents the curriculum packet. And on the dance page, I've linked out the different steps. So if you want to learn the step-by-step, if you want to learn with the steps with the counts. Wow, Jacqueline, you did it. I'm glad you did it. Is there anybody else that didn't really enjoy that? I know a ball and change from a hip hop dance class. Cool. I've never been to dance class, so that's really cool. A hip hop dance class. That's really cool. Evelyn, she says that she did it too. That's really cool. If y'all are taking pictures, I would love to see them. If y'all really enjoy the dance part, let me know. Go ahead and send them to this address below, browniemagic@gssjc.org. I would love to see what you guys were doing today. And thanks again. A shout out to, again, the Green Starlettes of Kennedy, Emily, and Faith. Thank you so much for joining us today and letting the Brownie Magic aspire so we can learn some cool dance move. Lindsay said that she did it too. That's really awesome. All right. So Next, girls, this is my favorite part. It's what I love going to camp for, is we're going to sing some camp songs. Our camp staff, Corgi, will be walking us through 3 songs. You know what I love about camp songs is once you sing them once, they get stuck in your head for the rest of the day. And I always enjoy sharing my songs with my other Girl Scouts sisters and sharing what I learned with them. And we're always coming up with learning new songs, and this is so exciting. The first song it's going to be is Herman the Worm. Do you know it? Let's check it out.
Long time no see. I had a blast at our camp in, camp out, and I had so much fun singing some camp songs. My name's Corgi. I'm one of the virtual summer camp counselors, and I'm so excited to be able to take you all on a virtual sing-along. The first song we're going to sing today is Herman the Worm. Alrighty, everybody ready? Sitting on my fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, woo, woo. And along comes Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my dad. Sitting on the fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, woo, woo. And along came Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my mom. Sitting on the fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, woo, woo. And along comes Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my brother. Sitting on the fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, woo, woo. And along comes Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my sister. Sitting on the fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, woo, woo. And along comes Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I burped. Awesome, girls. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was awesome. For our next song, we're going to be singing one of my favorites, I'm a Nut. Alrighty. I'm a nut all golden brown, lying on the cold hard ground. Everybody steps on me, that is why I'm cracked, you see. I'm a nut. I'm a nut. I'm a doggone nut. Called myself on the telephone just to see if I was home. Asked myself out on a date, gotta be ready by 8:30. I'm a nut. I'm a nut. I'm a doggone nut. Took myself to the picture show, sat myself in the very front row, wrapped my arms around my waist, got so fresh I swept my face. I'm a nut. I'm a nut. I'm a doggone nut. I can sing and I can dance. I got ruffles on my whoops. Boys, take another guess. I got ruffles on my dress. I'm a nut. I'm a nut. I'm a doggone nut. Awesome. You all are naturals. Now for our last song, we have a repeat after me song. Alrighty, girls. This is a repeat after me song.
This is a repeat after me song.
I say, you say.
Whatever I say, you say.
You do.
Whatever I do, you do.
There was a moose.
There was a moose.
Who liked to drink a lot of juice.
Who liked to drink a lot of juice.
There was a moose.
There was a moose.
Who liked to drink a lot of juice.
Who liked to drink a lot of juice.
Singing way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Singing way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh,
The
way-oh.
moose's name was Fred.
The moose's name was
He
Fred.
liked to drink his juice in bed.
He liked to drink his juice in
Moose's
bed.
name was Fred.
Moose's name was
He liked
Fred.
to drink his juice in bed.
He liked to drink his juice in bed.
Singing way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh,
He
way-oh.
drank his juice with care,
He drank his juice with
but he spilled it in his hair.
But he spilled it in his
He
hair.
drank his juice with care,
He drank his juice with
but
care.
he spilled it in his hair.
but he spelt it in his hair.
Sing way-o, way-o.
Way-o, way-o.
Way-o, way-o, way-o.
Way-o, 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 way-o.
Sing way-o, way-o.
Way-o, way-o.
Way-o, way-o, way-o.
Way-o, 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 way-o.
There was a moose.
There was a moose
On the loose.
on the loose,
Full of juice.
full of juice.
Amazing! Thank you all for joining me on this virtual sing-along. I had so much fun. This is Corgi signing out.
Bye, Corgi. Man, that was so much fun. I love camp songs. Let me know what was your favorite camp song. Personally, I do like Herman the Worm. I think he's really funny that he grew all this big because he ate so much and then he shrank because he burped. I thought that was really funny. Also, I love the Repeat After Me songs. They're one of my favorites. Moose on the Loose is also one of my coworkers' favorite songs, so we sing that a lot. Lauren, way-o, way-o. It's probably fun to belt and sing. That was really fun. I'm so thankful that Corgi led those camp songs for us. But well, Girl Scouts, I want to see what y'all did today. I will show you my dried mermaid. She dried. I want to see yours. What did yours look like? Did you have a different color top? Did you have a different color fin? Did you have different color hair? I want to know. And then also, I want to see your bracelets. And I want to see your dance moves. And I can't wait to see all these pictures. Make sure you go ahead and email them at browniemagic@gssjc.org. That was so much fun. Be sure that you follow your curriculum packets to finish step 1 of the Brownie Art Door Art Creator. And remember to decorate the craft roll and take a picture and send it again to browniemagic@gssjc.org by November 30th to enter in for a competition. First place winners will get a $15 gift card. Second place will get a $10 gift card to the Girl Scout shop so you can get you some Girl Scout swag. So I would love to see what y'all did. Also, I hope that presentation from Mark from the Zookeeper inspired you to get so excited about doing sessions 1 and 2 for your Brownie Wow. Those curriculum packets will walk you through, tell you exactly what to do for each experiment, and understands there's things like how to make a rainbow and how to clean. Is it easy or hard to clean water pollution out? It's a lot of fun activities. I can't wait for y'all to do that and learn so much like I did. Before we go, since we started off with a Girl Scout law, guess what we finished with? A friendship circle. So right now, we're going to go ahead and cross your right arm over your left. And you can act like you are touching side-to-side screens to see if you can virtually touch your brownie sisters. So let's go ahead. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. A circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Woo! Well, that's it, Girl Scouts. I had so much fun with you today. I can't wait to see all the pictures. And thanks for joining me. And I'm Julia's, yours in Girl Scouting. Bye.